Hines. Okay, before this gets started, I meant to say, if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them down in the comment section down below. We're all here to help and learn from one another. That's the whole point of Money Monday. So if you have any suggestions or tips or tricks, or if you have a question that somebody else might be able to answer, leave it down below too. And if you're new here, hi Hans, I'm Stacy. You'll get to know the crazy. It's okay. It's okay. um, and I hope we all learn and glean something. We can all learn from one another. Heck, we're family, y'all. And so I looked, yeah, there's that. Tongues. I hope y'all enjoy today's vlog.
Hey Hines, okay, it is Stacy. How are y'all doing? It is Monday, and we have talked and discussed about we're going to do Money Mondays. And I am not one to be giving advice. I'm trying to get advice. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. It was Fat Man. He was letting me know that he's got a side job, so he's going to be late. And that's going to be one of the things that we're going to kind of touch on and discuss. Like I said, we talked about Money Mondays. And I am not one. I'm doing this more so for me. If I can glean and learn advice from y'all. Up here, I know, well, here too. I guess it would be more here. One or the other. I know what I'm supposed to do. We know what we're supposed to do. And we do, we're like children. We do the opposite. And don't touch that, it's hot. Can put our hands all over it. I did get to go and love on my baby today. So that's why I'm a little bit later in the afternoon than I planned on videoing it. And if you are... Oh, who was it that commented about the game? Yes, I do know that the ball game is tonight. And I remembered it, and I kind of forgot about it, and then I remembered it again. And when I was babysitting my grandbaby, they had to go and change her into her Alabama outfit. Yeah. It's all fun and games till Auburn isn't in it anymore. I'm an Auburn fan, and Batman is a die-hard Alabama fan. I mean, to the core. You can be guaranteed Batman will have his butt in that chair when the kickoff starts. He's got a side job, but you can be guaranteed he's going to be home for the kickoff. I'm just saying. Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Hey, hon. And I will tell him about Go Clemson. I had to look that up though, but yeah, they had to go and change my grandbaby into her Alabama cheerleader uniform thing. She is so cute. It's like a 3-month. It's only like this big. Ain't big as a tick. Anywho, Money Monday. See? Start out, and I know this is going to sound so stinking simple, and I might have to move because my little thing is flashing at me. And my battery is about to die. Of course it is. Walk with me, shall you? Yes, I think you shall. Okay, so we're just going to move in here. Hey, y'all. How you doing? How's your mama and them? Tell Uncle Lester hello. And Aunt Delma. Hey, hon. How you doing? Okay. I gotta have my water and my fruit. Yeah. It's what was on sale up at the Aldi's. I'm just saying. You gotta buy what's on sale. We'll get into that another day. Anywho, budgeting. And I could not believe, now this is one thing that me and Fat Man have always done. if you are, excuse me if I chew, this is, yeah, blueberries, they're good, and strawberries, and grapes, and cherries. What are you going to do? We've been married almost 30 years. We have always had a joint checking account. I could not believe when we did a money class at church, at our old church, and this is just personal preference. I mean, this is just personal preference. If you don't agree, that's fine. But I'm just telling you about how we do it here. And I can't imagine doing it any other way. I could see where it would get confusing. We have a real good close friend of ours, her and her husband. She was talking to us after we'd been going to that church for a couple of years. And we got talking about money. And she had actually gone to the Dave Ramsey class that the church done. She went. Her husband did not. Me and Fat Man didn't go. We could not afford the FPU. It's like $150 to take the class. We couldn't afford the class. I mean, you know, I never could quite understand that one. Anyway, we got to talking about how can one of the couple go, but the other one, not of the couple, go, and at work. We couldn't figure that one out. And it was, I guess, maybe about a year after she took that class, we started talking and discussing, and we were talking about money situations. And that's when she told me that she had one account, he had another. She paid half stuff, he paid some stuff, yet she had no clue, A, what he made, and B, he kept going and getting stuff, like a new truck and a new cow trailer, and I'm sitting there and I'm just blown away. It's not like he was going to the Dairy Queen getting a $5 fill-up meal. I'm just saying. And I'm like, are you serious? I said, first of all, you need to sit down and have a conversation with him. Hey, y'all need to get on the same page. This is the number one thing. It's like a Dave Ramsey rule, but we are just bound and determined not to let this happen. Okay. We're back. That's number one rule. A, you need to know how much you have coming in. And if you're a couple it. We've always had a joint account. Like I said, you know, and if you don't agree, that's fine. But at least know how much you've got coming in total and how much you got going out total. And that was something she had made the comment. She had no clue how much they owed. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how much you owe? And it's because he paid some, she paid some. She had no idea. And I'm like, how can you, what if you owe more than you got coming in? I mean, no wonder she couldn't sleep at night. I can't sleep at night because I know how much we got coming in and how much we got going out. Just saying. But at least get on the same page. You got to do that first. And she's like, she was afraid of having this, not really confrontation with him, but afraid of bringing up the subject. Whenever she would bring up the subject about money, she said he would get kind of defensive. And that's when I told her, I'm like, well, you know, maybe pick a neutral ground territory. Me and Fat Man, and now we just do budget meetings here at home. At least, you need to at least do at least the first week before the first of the month. Like at the end of that week, at the end of December, I think we sat down, I'm trying to look back. I don't see a December calendar. It was like the week maybe of Christmas, like right after Christmas. Christmas was on Tuesday. Maybe that Thursday the week before New Year's, whatever that was, we sat down and we had a budget meeting for January. We went ahead and we knew he got paid on the 4th, he got paid on the 18th. And we sat down and we started thinking, okay, these are the bills we got going out, and this is the money we got coming in. You can make it as simple as get you a sheet of scrap paper. We have used spiral notebooks before. Just something that you can write a budget down. You have to have it written on paper. And these are not our actual numbers. And then we meet again, like usually the night before payday, or we try to make it instead of Thursday nights. Now he gets paid every other Friday. We get paid bi-weekly. And at least on Thursday night before payday, preferably that Wednesday night before payday, we have another budget meeting. And that is to figure out how much cash we're going to need. This is where we got sidetracked. We would have those budget meetings and we would get our cash envelopes out. And then we got slack. It was just easier. You know what? Getting gas is just easier to pay for it at the pump. I don't want to go in with cash. Don't worry about getting the cash out. Let me just use the debit card. And that's where we started screwing up. It's easy to swipe that card. It's all fun and games to swipe that card. It's all fun and games till you don't keep up with who spent what, where, when, and how. It's all fun and games until you realize you swiped more than you should have. So, we have gone back to the envelope system. See this one's mine. Gas for me. And I ain't talking about the gas Fat Man had yesterday morning either. I sit down, like I said, we sit down the first of, like the week before the first of the next month. I know his paychecks are going to be the 4th and the 18th. And so, and like I said, this is just a rough list. We write down all of our fixed expenses, the house, the power, the phone, house insurance, truck payment, gas for him to get to and from work, gas for me to get to and from appointments, auto insurance, credit card bills. Those are stupid cards. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. And yes, Big Mama and Fat Man have been stupid. I'm just saying. Those cherries are wonderful. And gas bill. Up here, and this is, like I said, these are all just fiction, not factual numbers. Put that as like our rough income. Look at this. This is our rough outgo. I added up all the difference. I added all these up. So if you take all these and you subtract income from that, you get our difference. And yes, if you look our tithe, and I did it like that, and put, if you look at our income, tithe is supposed to be 10%. And this is how sometimes in some situations we look at tithe. Yes, we are to give 10%. And again, this is just our personal thought. This is Big Mama's personal thought and Fat Man's personal opinion. If you are in a financial situation that you can't give 10% of your money, you can give of yourself. It takes a lot. It is so easy to maybe write a check and throw that money in the offering plate and think you've done your thing. It takes more effort or more thought to show up at the church and work and fix something, or go and help and do food boxes for the seniors, or to go and clean up the clothes closet. That takes more effort. Who is it?
Me.
Hey, it's baby girl.
And boy.
And boy. Boy took her to art for me today. How was art, sweet baby girl? I just have gotten home not too long ago. How? Oh, you painted. She painted Harry Potter, y'all. Thank you for taking her, Brian. Isn't that pretty? You did so good.
Yep.
I love it. Did everybody like your hair?
Actually, I was the only one there.
Why were you the only one there?
Apparently, messed up on the schedule of the art class.
Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Mary wasn't there either? Oh.
I was the only one there.
Oh, did Miss Danae let you stay?
I don't think she was there either.
So you were there all by yourself?
Yeah.
Baby girl, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's
too.
okay.
I was
It's
scared.
okay. Were you scared?
No.
Okay.
I was scared you were going to get money.
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm glad you're okay.
What happened?
She was the only one at art. Nobody
Yeah.
was there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either until like half an hour later. I was the only one there. Like a half hour later.
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm glad you're okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It's okay. Mom's not mad.
Okay.
I'm not mad. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not mad with this girl. I'm just glad you were at a safe place
Yeah.
and nothing happened. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's okay.
I just stayed there until Brian got there.
There you go. You stayed there until brother came, huh?
It.
That's a good thing.
It.
So when do they start back? Don't know?
I don't know. Probably
Okay.
next week.
I'll call.
Okay.
I'll call.
Bye. Tell Mr. Mark I'm sorry.
Oh,
Because I know he was there.
oh. Okay.
So we kind of screwed up.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad baby girl was a safe place. I'm just saying. I'm so glad she was a safe place. Oh my stars. Okay. I don't even know where I was now. Holy sweet hennies. I'm trying to remember where I was. Anywho, we got wax. I mean, it was easier to go to the gas pump and swipe that debit card. And like I said, you know what Big Mama's got now? Cash. Cash. I had 70. And this is for 2 weeks. Notice I only have 50 left. Saturday, when we went into town to get baby girl's haircut and go to Aldi's and this, that, and the other, Big Mama put $20 in her card. Yes, I did take my 20 and I waddled my fat honey in there, paid my 20 and waddled my fat honey back to the car and pumped. Yeah, there'll be no more swiping of that debit card, I'm just saying. Because that's what, it is so much harder. You will really, really think when you got to pull that out of this envelope. And the thing is, once this is gone, it's all fun and games till there ain't none in there. Once this is gone, this goes into our non-fixed income, or, well, it's kind of like fixed income. We know roughly how much Fat Man needs to get him to and from work. I know roughly how much I need to get to and from taking care of Beth her appointments and me to my appointments. So, if we have like a trip come up that, say we want to drive to Birmingham and we want to go to the zoo. Well, that money for that gas has got to come from somewhere. Because guess what? If you use your gas money that Saturday for that outing to go to the Birmingham Zoo, and then come Wednesday you can't get to the doctor's appointment, something's got to come from somewhere. You can't rob Peter to pay Paul when it comes to envelopes. I'm just saying. So, that makes you think and you plan. This is where the paper budget comes in. You start planning for those things. We know the end of December house taxes due. We know August car tags are going to be due. We know this. So I'll start setting a little bit aside, and that's how we pay for those. I mean, I'm just saying. The not fixed, y'all saw me the other day when I was talking about, okay, I only had this much in my grocery budget. Used to, we would allow $100 per person a month. I had $500 to work with for a month, and that was household and food. Something had to give somewhere because we got stupid and we started using credit cards. We were swiping them things real fast and real easy, and hey, how you doing? It's all fun and games till the bill comes in. And yeah. Oh, sorry. Strawberry. So, just to kind of show you, not fixed. This is things, food, pet, running money or allowance, and then like medical. Some of those that are some that I can kind of tweak. If for whatever reason, if this month if we're running short, I know I can cut my food budget back. There's some emergency boxes of macaroni and cheese in there. I'm just saying. That's when you decide them 79-cent hot dogs. They look real good, don't they? They'd be real good in that macaroni and cheese in there. I'm just saying. But you've got to know how much you've got coming in and how much you've got going out. Do you a paper budget? And like I said, my friend was talking about, she was upset that her husband was going to kind of either try to change the subject or get up and leave the room. And I can remember me and Batman, we would used to go and we would have budget date nights. I kid you not. We would take our budget sheet. Like I said, I've got it in my planner now. See, I've got a little divider section. It says bills and dates due, like pay dates. And I've got, I'm trying to show it but not show it. I've got our expenses running all down through here. These are our expenses. Alright? And then I've got it broken down by our paydays. And then as we pay, I will run a highlighter through it. As it gets paid, I highlight it. Okay? Remember I told you, hold on. Alright. And I made the comment about like our food budget. And I had gone, I wanted to spend just $25, and I went to Aldi's, and they had that coupon, and they had that chicken on sale. And so instead of $25, I did spend $38. Alright, here is my food money. Food. I had my $280 total in here. I only took $100 out of my envelope. And I stuck it in my, in fact, I had like the little bank slip thing, the little deposit envelope that they had given Fat Man the money in. So I had taken that $100 just in case I came across a good sale or I spent a little bit more than what I was kind of figuring in my head. But once, okay, I've got 240 left. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40. Got 240 left, okay? I mean, there was like a little bit of change. All of our change, I'll stick in a cup. Y'all saw me take that Solo cup to Walmart. Once that sucker gets full, I will take it and either use it for an emergency situation or it's fun money. One of the two. So but I'm sticking this in my food envelope. And if I want to go and spend it all this next week at Aldi's or at Sam's to stock up on meat, say I spend 200 of it. Well, guess what? Big Mama's only going to have 40 left. Once this envelope is empty, there's no more buying food. Not for the month anyway. This is for the entire month. Now, if I wanted to do it just bi-weekly, and we've done it that way before, we put enough in here just for the 2 weeks, and then when it gets paid, I'll put some more in here for 2 more weeks. And I would do it like that. It just depends on how our budget is running that month. That's why you need to sit down before that month and work things out and figure it up, because you're going to have surprises. And it might not be a good surprise. I've never seen, well, other than a raise, I've never seen a real good surprise. My planner just popped right open and everything came falling out. Yeah. Like, seriously. What the who's this is up with that? That's not fun. But you need to know, like I said, if you've got that unexpected expense, all right, say school closed. We don't have kids in school and we homeschool, but okay, ours was homeschool curriculum. I knew that come July of each month, each year, come July, when the homeschool convention came through, or I would go to the one in Atlanta, Big Mama needed money. Big Mama needed money to buy them school books, you know what I'm saying? They don't teach themselves, and it didn't pop out of the earth. So we would allot so much each month, and I would stick in an envelope. Like I said, we just got this little El Cheapo accordion organizer from the Dollar Tree. It is falling slap apart, but that's okay too. It's called tape. We have an auto envelope, and this is other than gas. And we were not expecting the boy to pay rent. We thought he was going to be moving out, so we weren't looking for rent from him this time. The apartment that he was looking into is in the hood. They actually had, they actually had a SWAT raid, could you not, the day he went to go look. So no, he's not moving there. I don't want him moving there. He ain't living where they're having SWAT raids. I'm just saying. No. So, we had a little bit of money. We weren't expecting. He paid his rent. So, we took that and to cash flow some of our envelopes that we weren't planning on cash flowing. And what I mean by cash flowing, I'm going to take 30 of that rent money. I'm putting it in the auto envelope. It's an envelope from a dead man. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anywho, they went to our church. He passed away. He had boxes and boxes of these envelopes. And it's what we use for our envelopes. Anywho, oil change, or if we need windshield wiper fluid or windshield wipers or whatever might come up odd, and I'll just add to this. If we have spare money, or if I have some gas money left, gas has come down. So I might not use my $70 for my gas. If my envelope is empty, if my envelope has a little bit more left in there come the next payday, and I can either leave it in that envelope and let my gas money collect up, or I can choose to put it in my auto envelope and let this collect for oil changes. Guess what? You're gonna need an oil change. Don't let it come up and surprise you. It's gonna happen. Plan for it. Just saying. And if you haven't done Dave Ramsey, and you can do, there are many Facebook groups. You go to the library. I'm not going to tell you to go buy the book. Big Mama ain't going to tell you to go buy no book. Why spend money if you're trying to save money? I'm just saying. Go to your library and get that book. Check Ollie's, check Goodwill, check thrift stores. Look on the internet. Seriously, there are so many free resources out there for the Dave Ramsey plan or how to budget. Debt Kicking Mom is an awesome one. Pennies to Pearls is wonderful. In fact, Pennies to Pearls is going to be doing a Budget With Me seminar or webinar that's free. Yeah. But, and they get into, or just type in envelope budget, envelope system, you know, and it will come up. You would be surprised how many YouTube videos there are. But seriously, when that envelope is empty, there ain't no more, you know, and you can't play whack-a-mole with it. Well, you know what? I decided I don't want food. I'd rather go and, I don't know, go to the casino. I'm trying to come up with an example. I want to go to the movies. Forget feeding my kids. I want to go play. You can't do that. You can't take out of, yeah, no. Some odd categories, like I said, we weren't expecting that rent money for Braun. So I did put a little bit in the auto category. I put a little bit in, I'm trying to see. Okay, there's our food. Pet category is one that we always have. We had to put a little bit more in this one. This goes for dog food, cat litter. If there's any left over, we keep it in this envelope because they're eventually going to need to go to the vet. There's rabies shots. There's, they're eventually going to need a new leash. They're eventually going to need a new collar. They're eventually going to need something. Pet. People might have gotten mad with me, and when I did the cash envelopes, I've been known to break my transactions up, like at Walmart or Aldi's. If I'm buying my pet food there, guess what, bug mamas? Y'all gonna have to wait in line, because I'm gonna put all my food up there first, and my household. I used to do it separate, but now I just run it all together. And then, once I get it paid for, then I pay for my pet stuff. Oh yeah, I'm that lady. I'm that lady. Yeah. I've started setting some back for Christmas. I know we just got done with it, but it's shocking. It comes every December. I don't want to be caught with my pants down. I'm just saying. Not unless Big Man's home. So I'm putting aside for Christmas. Medical is a very big one with us. Between me and Carol Beth, we can whoop-de-woo with the medical. I'm just saying. Between meds, co-pays, therapies, treatments, I had to have trips to Baltimore. Luckily, our church was wonderful. They paid my expenses to go to Baltimore. But I don't know what we would have done if I would have had to done it. But anywho, going back to what I was going to talk about just for the first one. Here's the tip I'd tell my friend. take him, y'all, just take your bills. And me and Fat Man have done this before. We've taken our bills. We've taken, like, I'll take my planner. I'll have my envelope full of bills. And we have been known to use the coupon and we'll go to Arby's. Or we'll have supper here and then we'll have budget meeting. And I'll pull out the ice cream and we'll have us a little treat of ice cream while we do budget meeting. Or I might splurge and buy 95-cent Girl Scout cookies from the Aldi's. And we'll sit there and we'll have cookies and milk. We'll do some little treat, especially if you're just starting out and you want to kind of get started. And she didn't want him where he could just get up and walk away. I told her, I said, y'all go to the, I think it's called California Yogurt or something. It's the yogurt shop where you could go and fill up your cup and pay for it by weight or whatever. I told her, I said, y'all take your bills. Me and Fat Man have done this. We ate supper here at home and we loaded up and we went there for dessert. And we sat there and we ate our yogurt and we had our budget meeting. You're not going to scream and cry and kick in a public place. I'm just saying, well, there won't be much kicking and screaming and crying. Just a little bit. But yeah, because, ooh, it's all fun and games till you lose your blueberry. You're never going to get anywhere if you aren't on the same page. If you're constantly trying to save and it's not worth one person, if you're married, if you're a couple and you're married, it's not worth you, because I used to do all the bills. I took care of everything. I paid them. I knew where they were. I knew how to pay them. Da-da-da-da. That man had no clue. When I got sick, guess what? He had to get a clue. And part of it was they had told him, you know, I didn't need the added stress of me being the only one knowing either if we were in a crunch or a bind or, oh my gosh, he went out and he spent this much and he didn't know that we're in the hole. He had no clue. He didn't know he couldn't go to Harbor Freight. I mean, you know, he knew he got paid. So that's where you need to sit down and have that hard discussion. And you get you a piece of scrap paper or a spiral notebook, something, and you write it down. You write everything you owe. Get all those written down first. Everything, just the bare minimums of, like, if your minimum payment on your credit card is $140, you aren't worried about trying to get that sucker paid off as quick as you can right now. Right now, your only goal, get it on paper. Get it on paper. Get a plan. Because if you don't have a plan for your money, you get paid. Say you got paid Friday. Woohoo! I get paid. Want to go out? Sure, I want to go out. Let's go to dinner and a movie. All right, that sounds great. Let's go to a dinner and a movie. Come Tuesday, and you come home from work, and you start looking around, and you're like this. What happened? Oh, yeah, crap. I forgot we owed the power bill. Do you see what I'm saying? This is where you need to know that. We have, seriously, me and Fat Man, this is one reason why we got on the plan to begin with. We were both working at the time. Brian's baby. He was so sick. Bless his heart. I cannot tell you how many times we sat in the dark because we had our power turned off. Yep. It wasn't like it was a shock. We knew that final due notice was sitting there. When we got home from work, we both act like we were shocked because the lights were out. I'm just saying. Yeah, no. After about 3 times of that happening, you realize that's not cool. Come Friday when you get paid, you really need to think, okay, wait a minute, before we go out and have fun, how's power bum pay? So stop and think. So that's your homework assignment for this week. You and your significant other, if you don't have a significant other, sit by yourself. You figure up your income. You need to know how much you have coming in that door. And you figure up your expenses. How much you got going out that door. And for whatever reason, if something comes up that month and you have to cut something somewhere, you better be cutting. I found their grocery budget is the #1 thing you can cut from. Yep. You might not want that box of macaroni and cheese you got in there, but guess what? Macaroni and cheese, dog, is on 33 cents. I'm just saying. Yeah. Fat man working a side job. If he knew we were in a hole, like truly in the hole, he would take that side job money and he would give it to me to fill in the gaps. He has done that before. We've sat down and I'm like, you know what? We're going to be X number of dollars short. We had this medical expense come up. We had a car repair come up. We're going to be short. We need to find this money somehow, somewhere, some kind of way. And he would go out and he would do whatever. He has been known to clean horse stalls. He has been known, and God always works it out where, like today, he didn't know that he was going to have to go all the way to Millbrook to do a side job. God provided that side job. If we are not in a true, in a whole financial bind, whatever he makes, side job money is his. If he makes a good bit, he'll give me part of it, and he keeps part of it. And what he does with that money is his business. He'll usually buy things for his shop. He's been known he'll buy saw blades, or he'll go and he'll buy nails, or, you know, something like that. Excuse me. But he has been wonderful about, and then there for a while when I knew we were kind of like needing some money, I went and I got me that side job babysitting. It only worked out for a few months, but it was a few months to kind of get us ahead. I mean, you know, daycare opened up and they were able to put him in daycare, so there you go. But yeah, so that's your homework for this week. This is Money Monday's homework. Yeah, did I say Money Mondays? Yeah, Money Mondays. Sit down, write it out, have a plan. You don't want to spend it and then find out you shouldn't have spent it. Okay? So income, expense. That's what you want to know. That's what you need. And then next week we'll talk more about envelopes and things that you need to kind of start planning and thinking for. Like Christmas. I know. It's just January the 7th. Yeah. And I'm already planning for Christmas. Hey, y'all. So I will see y'all next time. Oh, put on those pearls. I didn't wear you today. I had my baby. So put on those pearls or put on your buttons. Either way. Yeah. Put on that smile. Mine's really big today because I loved on my baby. Luke, our adopted son, got a promotion back over the summer, and so he finally got his certificate awarded to him. So, and we are so proud of him. But I got to babysit because I knew his wife and his sister wanted to be there and see that. I would have loved to have been Mama sitting there. But he knows that we're proud of him. We are. We are so proud of him. And then I get to babysit tomorrow night. They're going to the Cattlemen's Association dinner, and they can actually take wives. So I've got to remind Brian that the Cattlemen are doing their dinner thing tomorrow night. Him and Fat Man usually go. Even though we don't have cattle anymore, they can still go. Anywho, y'all don't need to know all that. See, this is just me trying to ramble and catch up on our day. Hey, Hans, I've missed y'all. Look at that big strawberry. I got those suckers at the Aldi. Only bad thing on my blueberries, they were wonderful. I stuck with what produce was on sale. But, y'all, I opened up my blue. I bought them Sunday. Becca, when did we go to Aldi's? Or me and Carol Beth? Oh, we went Saturday. Me and Carol Beth went Saturday. Becca went yesterday. I opened up the thing. I called myself checking them. There were some fuzzy ones in there. Like molded fuzzy. Like had a fur coat on fuzzy. Big Mama picked it out. Just saying. But it's all fun and games till you get the botulism. So until next time, y'all be sweet. And count your money.